What's that? I don't know why it does. Oh, we got a fair idea actually.
What?
Oh, because the audio is probably set wrong. One moment.
Little chestnut.
Yeah.
Gets him every time.
Jay's doing all the technical stuff here, Charles. What's
I've never
you're
said
just the voice of the
no, I'm just here
operation.
for the lols. She puts a good camera on herself too.
I have to. Like I said, I have to. Right, are we ready to go again?
I thought you said it was on.
It is on. I'm just going to play this music.
Welcome to the Vale Podcast. Local people, local news, local stories.
And
we're
now-
back.
I should just let you go. I always forget. And we're back with Michael Smith, club captain at the Robinvale Golf Club,
Hi, team.
who doesn't want to be on camera. You've washed your hair.
I have washed my hair.
Yeah, I can tell.
I've come in swinging today.
I know you don't even want to be
No,
on
on
camera.
No.
That's
You even wearing
Having to sit in
the
the
Rumbar
corner
Golf
and,
Club t-shirt.
I did. I dressed up for the occasion and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Done well.
well. We could put a camera on you later.
Maybe.
You've brought potato cakes, which are very appreciated.
They're good. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it's clearly a different supplier than what I remember, Michael.
Our original supplier ran into some technical difficulties.
Drove
and
over.
Hang on.
the-
Technical difficulties.
The factory burnt down in Melbourne.
Ah, geez.
So they're rebuilding the factory. And
They'll be
I mean,
smoky.
the supply
Smoky
we've got now,
flavour.
they're really good. But the original supplier, technical difficulties. The factory burnt down, and they've which would have been good. I mean, if I had known, you could have gone and stood on the pavement outside
Yeah.
the factory and
Yeah.
grabbed a couple. But
Yeah.
they new supplier building the factory, and about 6 months where the word is. So about 6 months from now, we'll.
I don't know what you complain about. I like these.
They are very good. I won't lie. They are very good.
They're probably So we'll get the new supplier back on board, and we'll have the green potato cake off against the Pie Angle store.
Yeah. There's a homemade though.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
It's hard to
That's-
beat.
that's hard.
It's
that is
hard to beat a homemade potato cake.
It is
Might have
true.
to talk to the Corcorans and see if I can get
Get
some
some spuds.
spuds.
Well,
And
there you go. Actually, speaking of the Corcorans, are obviously our neighbours,
yeah,
and our kids are like best friends. So the other day when Luke was over there picking up Peyton after school, Pete gave Luke a heap of. They do their cryovac potatoes, like the whole peeled cryovac potatoes and sliced and French fried potatoes.
and zero work involved.
And
No
zero.
no peel, no wash.
Wait a minute, do they cut them there?
Yes, they cut, peel, process. The whole processing plant is on the farm
Oh, I
in
might go and see
Bannerton.
Pete.
They're called, the brand is Platinum Potatoes.
Yeah.
So good. Like if you just, zero work involved, straight in the deep fryer. The Robinvale Golf Club need to get on board.
Best kept secret in Robinvale. That is. How
I
long has that
wouldn't
been
have thought-
going on for?
Well, they were on Paddock to Plate a couple of weeks ago. So the
Oh,
secret's out.
We'll
What
have
is
it.
Paddock?
I'll have a yarn to John.
Yeah. And they are tremendous, especially
Pete's mum
for-
plays. She plays golf.
She does too.
Yeah.
I'll just see if she'll bring a couple of bags in and we'll
Yeah.
have a dabble.
Really should. And the sliced ones, because I love a good scallop potato.
Oh,
Mm.
old
Don't like-
school.
Yeah.
Little bit of old school.
Oh, mate, I grew up in the 80s. I love who doesn't love a scallop potato? Honestly, if you're going to a barbecue, who doesn't love a scallop potato? Don't like the work that is involved, but these
Not
are
making-
all
they're already
if someone else,
sliced.
someone
Yeah.
else is
Bang.
making said scallop potatoes. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Of course you are. Hey, Premier League golf is the thing.
We're on. We've started a new concept. The plan is to have 5-person teams. Coming into footy season, we know that our golfing numbers are probably going to be reduced from where they were last year with the guys. A lot of football boys got out there, jumped on the course. What we're going to plan is a 5-person team, take your 3 best scores. So you don't even need your 5 blokes to rock up on a week. So if you can stack your team correctly,
Stack your team.
bit of super coach talk.
Yeah.
Stack the team correctly so that you've got a consistent sort of group. You only need 3 out of your 5 there every week. If you've got 5, fantastic. Good luck. Best 3 scores count, and depending on how many teams we'll get, it'll be a round robin season, 7 teams, 6-week season. At the end of it, we've got a best and fairest, a team winning team.
A best and fairest. How on earth does that work?
Well, it won't be me.
No,
That's
but
for sure.
who's
Or is it an
doing-
MVP? So like is it
MVP. So it's the best player for the most consistent average best score over the period of the season.
Right, so no one's got like.
Oh, we're not doing
cards.
vote. No. Vote
Yeah.
cards would be-
Can you
would
please
be-
have someone out there writing the 3, 2, 1 every
We'll
week?
I might have a chat. Life member Grattan Wood. We might get Hondo out there to see if he can pen and paper it and
Yes.
just sort of scribble a few things down. So
Definitely do that. Yes, I think that's what we should do.
That would be
And
well
then you
worth
can have
it.
a presentation night at the end of the year.
it'll be a big
Round
presentation. Like,
one.
it's a big enough day
votes.
at golf on Saturday anyway, without the presentation night. So we'll see where we end up there.
Ah, interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
So how and when do we sign up?
So sign up and everything to be done in the next week. Come and see myself or come into the club. Entry forms are there. Talk to your mates. Talk to blokes that aren't your mates. Whatever. We'll take we're the United Nations.
Well, if you're stacking your team,
You don't have to
like 'em.
You don't have to talk to them. You can just play golf. So, but
members, non-members, doesn't matter.
Do you all have
got
to
to be a member,
Oh.
member and handicap, because it's actually running in conjunction with normal Saturday golf.
Oh, okay.
So it comes as part of the Saturday competition,
Oh,
and the scores are automatically generated from the Saturday comp of your team of 5. So the Saturday comp is an individual day, but then as part of that in the background, there'll be the 5 of your team that will then scores will be collated, best 3 of the 5.
so does this mean you have to then play Saturday comp every week?
Not every week. That's why we have a team of 5 and your best 3 scores count. So if you're unavailable, if you've got to go to Melbourne or you've gone to the footy or whatever, that's the idea behind it, is to try and encourage these guys to still be playing golf. And the footy boys, I mean, you can play golf on a Saturday morning. It's still open.
Before footy?
Oh,
Go and watch the
Mick.
footy.
I don't know. Oh, gee.
Mick.
Not play footy, but
Oh,
watch the footy. If
watch
you're
the
going to
footy.
watch the
Yeah,
footy,
yeah.
home games and stuff like that, if you don't have to be,
Yeah, true.
squeeze 18 holes in early morning,
Yeah.
9,
Get up
10,
seven.
o'clock, you'd be done by midday.
Yeah.
And be on the hill by.
If you've got a
12:05.
decent cart, you could be done by midday if you're starting at 10 o'clock.
I've got the Chariot. The Chariot's the most beautiful thing rolling around Robin Bowl at the moment.
How much did you pay for that Chariot?
Best $300 I've ever spent. I actually took a black texter, and Jade, your husband will attest to this. I took a black texter and started putting dashes on the roof. Every time I played a round of golf, it used to cost me $35 to hire a cart. So if I got 9 rounds of golf out of the Chariot for $300,
You're laughing.
I'm in
You're
front.
Wow.
I'm making money right now.
How
I'm going
many
that well.
rounds? How many rounds has it done?
Oh, look, I stopped counting at 10 because I figure I'm in front. It's probably, I think I've had it for 8 or 9 months now, and well,
I feel
fairly
like-
regularly.
Was Luke using this at one stage?
Well, you
Luke has been known to ride shotgunning on occasion. It's not as flat. I think his steering wheel that you gave him is worth more than my golf cart.
possibly, because that wasn't cheap, that steering wheel. I gave Luke a steering wheel for Christmas because, good wife for his golf cart, But but you're probably right. In fact, I know you're right because I certainly paid more than $300 for that bloody steering wheel
Oh, we've
that
got a
doesn't
message.
hold a scorecard.
It's a good looking steering
We've got a
wheel.
message.
We've got a message. Oh, yes, we do. Vivian K. A golf ball finding my place. I haven't got my glasses on. Can you
Finding
read
my
it?
place in fit of cranky pants equates to not the best and fairest.
But so
Who's Vivian
actually,
K?
that's a good point. It's not just a blokes competition. It's
No,
men and
it's open
ladies.
to anyone. Men, ladies,
Mixed
everything.
teams?
Mixed teams.
Ooh.
all
And
of
your
the above.
handicap counts. So hang on, I'm trying to think. Is it like Ambrose scoring or
No, so it's the normal Saturday comp scoring. So whatever the game or the format of golf we're playing on the Saturday will be the scoring for the day. So there's different games of golf, Stableford par, whatever, and then it's your team score combined versus your opposition team score
Everybody,
combined, and then 3 points for the winner.
So you play different teams each week. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Oh.
So round robin knockout, and then at the end of the round of golf, you'd be sitting in the clubhouse and saying, "Oh, what did our team do? Our best 3 scores was A, B, and C.
Yeah.
And we're playing against you blokes. What was your best 3 scores? And a bit of banter and a bit of fun. And there's nothing to say that we can't have side bets for a couple of beers on a weekly basis.
No, we'll just edit that out later.
No, we won't.
We're live.
Yeah. Well,
You're on
sounds like a
3
bit
second
of fun.
delay, so we can still.
Yeah. Oh, is it 10, 20, 30? It's on
No,
a
no.
long delay, but
Long
anyway,
delay.
we're still not.
Too late.
I haven't got a dump button, so
Yeah.
It's gone.
bad luck. Well, that sounds like lots of fun. So do we have an ETA? I'm getting back to the potato cakes. When are the original potato cakes coming back?
6 months was the. I actually spoke to the CEO to John today,
Yeah.
who's still with us and doing an amazing job, and we love him dearly.
You do love him, don't you?
I know.
You have
I've
a
got a
massive
serious man
man
crush. Just
You
such
really
a good
do.
bloke. Just a super bloke. I can't speak highly enough about the bloke. He's just that good at what he does.
Well, he's got you through COVID, and it looked, given that you couldn't, like the gaming room in particular was
Yeah.
closed for so long
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
He's now got you back in a position where the resort should be finished soon. Is that what you were saying before?
Very much so. So we're pavement, curbing, and car parkings started turning dirt this week.
Yep.
Thursday, Friday. Stephen Glaze from me was in there. So
Of course he was.
and then the car parking and stuff will go in, and then some footpaths, and we've pulled the trigger and decided that we're going with the pool. The
You
pool
are
was
going with
the
the
pool
pool.
was a contentious issue, we'll say. But we happen to have a really strong December. We got the venue back open with everything in December. Thanks, Dan, my mate.
I'm not even going to, I'm well
Like
outnumbered
bait.
here. I know that. So I am not even going to go there.
So we reopened the venue in December. January was just fantastic for us. We traded really, really well. Between 150 and 200 meals a night, every night of the week that we were open. For that,
Wow.
especially that Christmas New Year period, was just massive. It was a really, really good run for us, which has then put us in a position where the motel, we're not sort of looking at it going, well, we went through COVID and we're going to have to pump the brakes and stop building and things. So
Yep.
motel, car park, pool, and then the Vic Road stuff, middle of the year, couple of months.
Yeah, I've heard
So-
that before though.
Yeah.
So have I.
Are
And
you
then-
going to give guitar to us another thing, or are you
Well,
taking off?
What did we say about grants before? Because Paul was asking about
I was
entertainment.
meant to
Hang on,
So-
hang on. One at a time.
I was meant to help Susie with tea,
Yeah,
so I
You're
should
going.
go.
yeah, right.
I mean, if you guys kicking on, I can come back, but I've got to go.
Well, we're only halfway through the case of wine, so
So let me know. I'll tune in.
yeah, tune in and,
I'll
and
tune
see
in and
how
see
you
how you're traveling.
Well, thanks for coming, and
Oh,
thanks for
been
being
great.
like I said, impromptu,
Yeah,
which is awesome. So thanks for coming.
no worries.
Come
Thank
in,
you.
put that one back in the fridge.
No, because we're going to drink it.
Oh, yep. Okay, cool.
Nice to meet you. mate. We'll
No worries.
Yeah.
we'll see
Go
you.
be
home,
in touch.
help Susie,
See
do
how
what
you're
you
traveling.
need to do.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Awesome. Thanks,
All
Paul.
right.
Ciao.
See you, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that sort of things is going quite well now. Course is in fantastic condition. We've had our superintendent, Roger, left us and he's now out in the almond farms, doing a bit of maintenance out in the almond farms and enjoying. I spoke to him on Saturday. He's enjoying himself out there playing with almond gear. We got a new superintendent in start of February, 4 weeks.
That's
4
a bit of
5
a
weeks
coup
ago.
too, I believe.
We did. We stole him. It was
Yeah,
fantastic.
you really did.
We did.
And Mick, I'm not one that
Yeah.
I don't have a penchant for lawn porn, but you sent my husband a photo
Oh yeah,
of a green. Was it a green or a fairway?
that was the fairway of the first.
Yes.
Back down towards the clubhouse.
And he showed it to me, and even I went, oh my God.
And just his knowledge, experience and stuff is just fantastic, and he's just all over it. He's doing a great job. Can't
Are we
speak
allowed
highly
to name him?
Yeah, so his name's Ash Davis, and Ash, I'll tell you about this later on, and you'll be right. But he actually started his time in Mildura. He's a Mildura boy. He started his time, his apprenticeship at Riverside and then Mildura Golf Club. And then he was at Watertown for many years. And then he was actually at Murray Downs. And he took Murray Downs when he was there to their best rating. So all golf courses, or all the major golf courses, actually rated in country Victoria. And he took Murray Downs to their highest course rating that they were in country Victoria. Murray Downs is a beautiful course to start with.
Because they're
But
top 3 or something
top-
on the Murray, or
It was
in
top 3 when he
Victoria.
was there. He took it to top 3 when he was there, top
Yeah.
3, top 5. So
Yeah.
he just, and loves it. Like genuinely loves growing grass.
Yeah. Which is
Uh,
strange, but good.
yeah. And his knowledge, everything he does is just on point. And
Yeah.
we've got Dean Mitchell out there. Mitch has stepped
What's
up
he
to
doing?
just on a mower and absolutely loving it.
Loves it, doesn't
Big
he?
Mitch is out there. He gets up in the morning. I think he cleans the motel rooms and then heads
He
out.
does not.
Heads
Does
out.
he? Allison cleans the motel rooms.
Well, I think Mitch will tell you that he does a bit, but well, might have
He
to-
makes a good coffee.
He does make a coffee. And then, so then he jumps out in the course and he's doing, 30 odd hours a week for us. He's obviously getting paid. He doesn't give his time away, Mitch, but that's all right. We expect don't take anything for free. And Trevor Handy, another local fellas,
Oh, nice.
Oh, really?
full time. So Trevor was actually doing turf management as a thing. So we're actually in the process of putting Trev back through his training. We'll get Trev qualified, over the next year or two or whatever he's got left in his left
Geez,
to
that's
go.
good.
So he was at Riverside as well, many, many years ago. And so we've just got to sort out his paperwork and stuff and get him signed back up and rolling through. And all of a sudden that's where we are. So
You've got a strong greenkeeping team.
yeah, we have. We're really happy. The boys have, they seem to be like taking photos and sending them, saying, "Look, how good is this?"
Well,
look?"
they need to be posting them on there is a lawn porn Facebook
porn.
group. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Are
Yeah,
they
I've seen
posting
it.
on there?
No. I don't, know
they
if you
should
can, I
be.
don't know if you can slap a golf course. This is people with their backyard lawns. You
Yeah.
got some trained
The golf course
professionals
is
out
not-
there
Yeah,
with
but
some serious
Take a
equipment.
creative photo and no one would know it's a golf course.
Pretend it like this is my back lawn.
Yeah, why not?
My,
Get the vines in the
practice putting green at home that I
Get
just
the vines in the
developed.
background. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, shoot the other way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, why not? Well, that's very interesting. So how do people go about signing up for this Premier League golf?
So entry forms are at the club, packs at the club with more explanation of exactly what's going on for the fine-tuned rules and things like that. Grab a sheet, make yourself a captain, get in contact.
Yourself a captain.
Get in contact with me.
I feel
Make,
like that's Mick's mantra.
make yourself
captain.
Make yourself the captain. Someone had to do it. And then jump on board and organise your group of 5. It's as simple as that. Find 5 blokes that you know that can play golf.
Or women.
Or women, sorry.
Or
Correct.
women.
Can it be
Yep.
a mixed team? Does it have to
Yeah,
be? Is it a
100%,
men's and
yep.
women's? No.
No, men's, women's, mixed medley. So you can
Oh, beautiful.
3 girls, 2 blokes, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All of the above. So all of our comps now on Wednesdays and Saturdays are actually medley format where the women and the men are all
All play together. Ah.
So ladies have got
Inclusive.
their tees and men have got their tees, but we do that and it just makes it it's an easier day. The prize pool's there, and then go from there. So
Ah, interesting. That sounds like it'd be good fun.
it is. Hopefully, yeah. So this is the first time. There's a few other clubs that have done it. I know Murray Downs have done it, and it's quite successful there. Even just in the clubhouse afterwards, people were saying, "Oh, who did we play today? Oh, we had them. What was their score, etc., etc." So it's really kicked off there, and it's quite strong. So we're hoping to sort of build that, bit of banter too amongst the people, and sort of, you're coming up against some bush rangers out there on the course, as it always happens.
Some bush rangers. I don't know what that means.
Couple of bush. Oh, you get these blokes they show up occasionally, and they manage to shoot some pretty good scores.
Ah.
Young Mick Zapier. Friday night, he's the twilight specialist. Young Mick Zap.
Really?
Come in on the twilight. Comes in for the twilight occasionally when he's not doing numbers and money and accountancy and probably
All that stuff.
delivering boxes for his old man and everything else. But and posted a very good score a few weeks ago in Twilight Golf. I thought, we'll have to have a look at you. And he actually came and played yesterday in our fishy Murray Merlin fishy 4-ball. And him and Fred had 51 Stableford points and won by the length of the Flemington Straight.
51?
Next best was 44.
Gee, whiz it. Even 44 is a good score.
44 is a really good score. And the only
51?
Well,
What kind of handicap's he playing
he's
on?
off 26 and I've got his card actually in the unit at the moment to do the handicaps tonight when I get home. And
So are you in charge of the handicaps these
I'm
days?
not. I'm doing this one as a favour, and I'm also going to clip him a couple extra too because no, I'm not.
I
really.
reckon.
But they had a really good score. They played really well. So So the only good thing was that he did knock off Nick Catus and Dean Mitchell. So we'll just chalk that one up.
Okay.
So I was more than happy to give the boys the first prize.
So were Nick and Dean the ones that came in
That'll be
second?
dirty.
On
that was
44?
second spot.
Gee whiz.
They picked up a lobster each. They shouldn't crayfish. They shouldn't be too upset with their afternoon.
Maybe Lobster
Well, the
Mornay
winners
should be on the
Big snapper, king, big Cryovac snapper. Probably, I don't know.
I don't know.
We're going 3 kilos, 3 or 4 kilos.
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
Seriously big.
I was going to say, that's a seriously big
Yeah.
snapper.
So,
Isn't it?
no, it was good. The Murray Merlin family, they've been doing this day for forever, 40 plus years, I
Yeah.
think. And we had probably 80 odd, just under 80 in the field, buses out of Mildura,
That's
Riverside.
a lot,
It is.
isn't it?
The captain, I was actually struggling a little bit there trying to work out how we were going to stack them on the golf course because 72 works perfectly. Group of 4 on every hole,
Yeah.
72 players, perfect. we had 78, and so we had them double stacked in a couple of spots and a group of 6, but it went off without a hitch and it went really smoothly. So that's it's always
good.
a good afternoon, and the support that the Mildura blokes give us every year they come down for it, and
That's good.
Dave Murray and all the boys from Mildura and Riverside, Redcliffs, Coomey, they all jump on board. They have a great day,
Yeah, it's
They're
not
not-
like it's an effort.
they're not doing it as a service when they're on the bus on the way home with beer and enjoying their afternoon drive home.
Yeah.
Good luck. So
Yeah. Well, that sounds like a great day. And it was a perfect day for it yesterday, wasn't it?
it wasn't perfect for my golf scoring, but
Oh,
yeah, the weather
Where
was
did you go
weather
then,
was
Mick?
no,
Sorry, we
were-
haven't asked.
We
You
had-
kind of left it out though.
Yeah.
we were 8 points, 6 points, 6 points off coming off second. We were about 13 points off chasing down the Zappiers.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's not bad though.
no, I mean Jimmy Carruthers, we just didn't gel. Being the
Oh.
big Canadian, unfortunately, we tried, but just didn't have it.
Hey, speaking of golf carts, he's got a fancy newish one, hasn't he?
That's the
That he
chariot.
got
That's
from
the
Brad
chariot.
Monahan.
Chariot 2.0.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
He did. He picked that up from Brad Monahan. He got a very good deal, petrol-driven Yamaha, and I rode in it yesterday. It's got an SQ. It's got a club washer. It's got all these fancy things that.
But petrol.
Yeah.
A lot of people actually going back to the petrol carts. There's a bit of a
How come?
battery
Research it?
petrol. It's sort of if you don't look after the batteries, which is why I have a petrol cart because I'd never maintain them properly.
Yeah.
You've really got to look after them, make sure the water's topped up and make sure there's no corrosion on the terminals, et cetera, et cetera. And if you actually lose a battery, it decimates the other batteries that are in the six or can be up to 6 or 8 batteries under these
The old
golf
vans.
carts. So they and then
Straight
to
on.
replace them
play golf.
2.5, 3 grand to replace the batteries. So
What?
the petrol,
That's 10 times more than your chariot's worth.
exactly. I could buy 10 chariots
You
for a
could.
set of batteries.
You could buy a new fleet of chariots.
I could start
Yeah, one for
hiring
every
said
week.
chariots.
You could.
We needed a few extras actually. We had to phone calls. I was running hot on the phone on Friday night, ringing around. Peter McIntosh, we thank you. Said, can I borrow your golf cart? And he said, yep, it's in the shed, grab it. And Noel Johnson, Jaden Barker. There was a lot of people that got random phone calls on Friday night. Said, look, I really need to borrow your golf cart tomorrow if you're not playing golf. And they all come through and they all said, yeah, no, not a
Oh,
problem
that's
at all.
good.
Les Hogg. So Noel Murray's been a bit crook, one of the sponsors, and he came down and he jumped in Hoggies in Les Hogg's cart and just cruised around all afternoon and watched some good golf, probably watched some pretty terrible golf as well on occasion too. So
But that's okay. Well, that sounds like good fun.
Yeah.
When was the last time you played golf, Jules?
Not a long time.
you got right into golf.
Kind of. For a
You
bit.
bought a brand new set of sticks, so that's right into
No,
golf.
You can afford it.
I didn't. No, I've had my set of sticks for ages. I bought a new driver.
Ah.
Yeah.
I
How long
believe
ago-
Luke's just bought a new driver.
I did see that. There was a little buy swap sell business going there on Facebook.
Yeah.
He has, I don't know, he said try before I buy, but I think pretty much it's sold.
I think it's sold. Well, he told me.
Was it on Facebook?
Yeah. Ivan had bought a new driver, didn't like it. So Luke's like, I'll have that. Thank you very much.
So I think he got a good deal there too.
Yeah,
Ivan's
that's what
quite
he
happy
said.
with his current model. He went up and saw Garth Doherty at the Drummond Golf
Yeah.
and
So
teed
Ivan
off.
plays a lot of golf at the moment, doesn't he?
There's a serious amount of golf at the moment.
That's
And
good.
Thoroughly enjoying it. Him and Callahan, you see them
Yeah.
little white cart rolling over there from the Golf Links estate. I don't know if they're allowed to do that. They sneak over, come down the second and Wednesdays, Saturdays and
Good on him.
yeah,
got
no.
him.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
there for everyone to use. That's the idea of the golf course is there that everyone can use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Handicap, non-handicap. You haven't got a handicap? Come out Friday night. I'll play with you.
Yeah.
I'll take you around for 9 holes.
No, you won't play with me. You
Why
haven't
not?
got the patience to play with me.
I reckon we'll bring wine. We'll get a bottle of wine takeaway.
Then it would be worse, Michael.
It'll be right.
It would be, you know how some people, myself included, the drunker you get, the better you are at pool.
No, but there's a
Me?
line. Like you tip yourself over.
Yeah, and then,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
like the crest of Mount
Yeah.
Everest, and on the
Yes.
other side of Mount Everest is a
Yeah.
sheer
Yeah,
Yeah.
sheer drop.
drop.
Yeah, and it really does drop. Yeah. It's a fine art to maintain that
That
balance.
level, the
Yeah.
balance.
But golf would just be terrible. Like I'm bad now. Although, having said that, I've been using Luke's chipping mat,
Yeah.
much to his disgust, because I didn't realise I could actually chip and drive as far as I can. So there's been golf balls that have been ending up near the smoker room.
Ah.
I don't know where they go. I don't go and get them. So I've just been using
Some
his-
poor person just walking along. Next thing you know, bang.
No, I don't do it
it.
during work hours. I may have done it once or twice during work hours, but
Couldn't work out why Kelly Pennyonga had a bucket of fresh golf balls in the back of the car there. He's just been picking them up around the smoker room, hasn't he?
pretty much.
Thanks very much, Luke.
Probably.
Harvest bonus right
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Well, they're not brand new ones. They're just these practice balls, but I don't think there's any golf balls left in that anymore.
Oh, well.
Anyway, so my point being, I don't think anyone's got the patience to play golf with
We'll be right.
me.
We'll do it.
All right. Fine, we'll do it. You name the time and the day. I'll turn up.
Any Friday, 4:00. Text me.
4 o'clock. Some of us work, Michael.
I've got a table grape property.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's Friday.
Yeah. Mm,
It's twilight golf.
mm.
4:00's like genuine knockoff time, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Fridays.
Well, I don't know.
Poets' Day.
Yeah.
Poets' Day.
Just a
Poets'
lovely-
Day, man.
Off early tomorrow, Saturday.
Yeah.
I'll leave the first one out.
I'm going to say that's not a poem.
No,
That's a haiku.
I think you've missed the. I think you've missed the.
selectively left the first letter of the poets out.
All right, we need to try some more wine.
Yeah.
Is your
Well,
glass empty?
finish your drink.
Oh, I am.
Wine. Jeez.
I was trying to be responsible, have something to eat, have some water. Excuse me. Michael, you're going to have some of this rosé? Jesus. For someone that doesn't like rosé, that's a lot of rosé in that glass.
One glass.
Yeah, but they don't need to be full glasses. They could just be a
Charlie,
taste.
you do realise
That'll
that
do.
we're only having one glass. It doesn't mean you fill it to the brim.
Exactly. Doesn't mean you fill it right up. Gee whiz.
That was less than last time. Oh, sorry, mate.
Let me find the tasting notes for this one.
Yes, tell us something.
I'll tell you
Exciting.
something interesting about this. One moment, please. Thanks for the potato cakes, Mick. We really appreciate that.
That bit of salt is what I needed.
I reckon they're in. Just trying to remember which category I put it in. Oh, they also now. You're into a Shiraz, aren't you? No? Oh,
No.
must be Ben.
Oh,
I did
no,
ask.
I could trust.
I did ask Ben to come in and be our guest wino. He is away at the moment. So that didn't quite work. Let me have a look. Okay. Peace, love and kisses. This retails for $21.99. But if you were to buy the pack at the moment, these 6 wines retail for $128.95. At the moment, the pack's $75.
Oh, it's a bargain.
That is a bargain.
You get
Free
champagne as well.
delivery. Free delivery.
Champagne as well.
Yeah, it's the champagne, the Chardonnay, the Rosé, the Chenin Blanc, the Giriffe, and the Shiraz Segrentino. $75. Free shipping.
That's not too bad.
So this Peace, Love and Kisses retails for $21.99. The notes read as such. If there ever is a time to say, what a wonderful world, it's now.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be sick.
This. Did you say you're going to be sick?
Yes.
Oh, stop it. I didn't write this, by the way. This stunning rosé is packed with what its name says. Peace, love and kisses. Just try not to smile as you indulge with peace, love and kisses.
You know what? As soon as I put that in my mouth, that's exactly what I felt. Peace, love, and kisses. I don't know about you, Mick.
What are you feeling, right? Mick's
I was
just over there in the
just
corner
like
feeling all
thinking
warm and
about
fuzzy.
like, geez, I should have done marketing at uni. I could have. I reckon I would have been really good at marketing.
Yes.
Yeah, I reckon you would have too. Anyway, there is a collaboration of varieties that punches above its weight. Shiraz, Cabernet, and Grenache, in carefully selected parcels, produce a bright, fruit-driven, slightly aromatic nose with good mid-weight culminating in a gentle, firm, crisp finish.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, well, isn't that what you were thinking?
It rolled off the palate. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That was.
You
that's all
don't
I've
even
got.
know. You
No.
just don't.
I don't really taste wines and drink wines. Like,
Yeah, but do you appreciate wines?
This is good for a rosé. Normally, I'm not a fan of rosés.
And I wasn't either until I don't think this one I tasted Easter last year around the
Super smooth.
campfire. Yeah, it is very smooth. The masterpiece one is, like George said before, a little less sweet. It's a bit more dry, and it goes really well. And I think this one does too. If you get a bit of that quince paste,
Quince
I haven't-
paste.
yeah,
That one.
that one, quince paste, and the cheddar, like a good cheddar cheese, it's delicious.
Wow.
Really delicious.
That
So
is-
there you go.
yeah.
Do you eat figs, Mick?
No.
You don't?
Have you ever tried them?
I actually don't know if I have.
Try one.
Try one with some blue cheese.
Well, try them because they're too.
They're too quite.
The diet we were talking about earlier.
No, figs are good for you though.
Yeah, well, we were talking about a diet. Why on earth are you on a diet? If anyone on this planet doesn't need to be on a diet, it's you.
Not on a diet.
Oh,
I'll
my
try.
webcam's gone off. I think that paused shit itself again. Hang on. There you go.
I'll try the blue cheese. I'm very selective in my food selections of what I eat.
You'll try the blue cheese, but not the
No,
fig.
the fig is probably better. I'll try the fig first.
Mm. Well, it has been running for over 2 hours.
Funny.
Right, I'll switch.
Power
to-
problem?
No, the battery's run out.
Yeah.
This one.
Come around, help yourself, mate. Get a grape.
How does the battery run out when it's plugged in?
Well, it's plugged in. I don't know. That doesn't actually power it.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
No difficulty. It's
I'll
just.
while we've got it.
No camera.
Because I did just spill the biggest bit of sweet chili sauce.
It's all right. Jade put a whole glass of wine down
I
her
heard
shirt
it.
before.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. That was only like my third glass. Too.
Yeah, I know. This is nice.
What?
This rosé.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I feel like you've been very pleasantly surprised by all of the wines thus far, except for maybe the Chenin Blanc.
Yeah, because I was hoping that'd be nice.
Oh, I thought it was nice.
No, it was. I liked that. That was my favourite.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, sparkles.
I was really surprised that you like the sparkles.
Why?
Bubbles.
But
Because, well, the first time when I tried it not that long ago, I'll be honest, I wasn't hugely impressed by it.
Mhm.
I'm going to take that back a little bit. No. Oh, God. Meh. Oh, God. I don't like this one. God.
oh god.
We'll just take it down a little bit. We'll take it back to standard def, then maybe I'll like it a little bit more.
Can't you put a filter on it?
No, not on this one because I use a different software. So we're streaming to our Facebook page and to YouTube at the same time.
Whoa.
So
Mind blown.
anyway, but this
How you
doesn't.
doing it?
Look, I probably could, but I haven't played with it that much to be honest.
Sure you haven't.
Oh, I haven't. Well, no one's watching me. They're all watching you.
How come?
Because
do you know? They're watching me just eating pancake, eating potato chips.
Just been
I was
hoovering
eating-
all day.
It's like figs, cheese, whatever.
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't know. I haven't played with it enough. But you can put there's all sorts of different banners and things you can put on it. And anyway, what are we talking about?
This wine. What else do we have to say about it?
This one I don't think we have a lot. But I'm very impressed that you've been so surprised by all these.
What did
wines.
George say?
About this one? Were
Hugs
you
and
not
kisses.
listening?
Yeah.
You were not. Clearly, you weren't.
No, because Paul was talking to me. He had so many things going on.
Rude.
Ah.
So rude. He said the same thing. He said this is they didn't. So the label of this one isn't obviously Andrew Peace. It's its own brand really because they do have the Masterpiece Rosé, which is their sort
See
of
what they've done there, Mick? Masterpiece.
Oh,
Clever.
How do they spell Peace? Is it like Andrew Peace?
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
it's marketing, mate. It's
Ah.
marketing 101 right
Yeah.
there.
See what they've done right there. That's just. Keep going.
I feel like you're taking a bit. Oh, I'm eating some Melangenis. Mick, did you try the Melangenis?
No.
Mary's Melangenis. They're bloody delicious.
Who's?
Mary Albanese. And my bread,
Oh, yeah.
I'll say for the
Okay.
5th time.
Jade's bread.
I made it this afternoon.
She's done well.
It's not as good as. Look, it's not Teresa's. I'll be honest.
Pretty too.
Marianne Fatia's mum. She makes
Yeah,
the
but she'd
best.
make it in a footnote, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I tried to do yesterday's without a recipe in my pizza oven.
Straight winged it.
Yeah, because I couldn't find it. I couldn't find the recipe that I usually, the non-recipe that I usually use. So I just thought, oh, I'll just wing it.
Just have at it.
You know you
It
can,
came out like a scone. It was
but
disgusting.
you know you can Google it too.
Yeah. And normally I looked at all these things, but sometimes you need, like, it's the baking of it and the dropping the temperature at the right time.
Right.
That's the secret in the getting that dense, because that to me is too dry on the inside.
That's not too bad.
It needs more water and probably more salt. It's not salty enough,
No,
is it?
ever.
Well,
No,
it's really
that's good.
gone.
No, it's enough salt. I reckon it's good salt.
I like it really salty. But anyway, so yeah, that's the peace, love, and kisses. You finished yours. For someone that doesn't like wine, Mick, you're not doing a bad job.
Knocking them in.
Well, that was good. I like that.
So we must be on to. So which ones of these are you going to take home?
Geez, put me in the spot. Well, we haven't tried the reds, so I'm saving myself for the reds.
Right. You know, I actually meant to do. He does do a what do they call it? Cafe de Cabernet.
I've
Yeah. You've had that.
love coffee.
Yeah. Well, this
And-
is a coffee
Yeah,
red wine.
yeah.
Oh, I feel like it's right up my alley.
It is right up your alley, and it's delicious.
Oh,
And I've got an open bottle on top of the fridge, and I meant to bring it, and I forgot,
Yeah.
so I apologise.
Next time.
But it is, if you ever get the chance,
Right. Are these wines available in IGA?
no,
Are they available in any supermarkets?
not supermarkets, I don't think. They're more of a specialty wine. So they have, their structure is George is like the sales manager here in Piangle, and then they have state or regional sales managers or distributors. So they are available in many different bottle shops, a lot in New South Wales and Queensland. They are really heavily available at the Coolangatta Surf Lifesaving Club. In fact, they're their house wines, I think.
Really? Why?
Well, because it's all about relationship building and all that.
So
kind of
nothing in Mildura?
I don't think so.
Oh,
You can get them at Bottle-O's, and you can get them at.
Get them at Dan's.
I don't think you can get them at Dan's. Maybe you can. You can get them at some BWS, but I know you can get them at Bottle-O in Swan Hill. Might be able to get them at the odd Thirsty Camel.
Yeah.
It just depends. But where you can get them for free shipping is on their website.
God.
And that is apwines.com.au. No, I'm not at this camera, am I? Sorry.
Are you they are
commission?
clients
No.
of you.
They
of
are
yours,
clients
so.
of mine, yes. And I do
So who do you get to do the website then?
I do the website.
I was joking.
I do the website and maintain it. Actually, Kelly Hollingworth from the ABC Mildura was here the other day. I did say to her, I see you've bought a case of my wine, the festival wine pack, because it was a really good bargain.
Oh, she might be on.
Sold
Is she
really
here
well.
watching us? We don't know.
I don't know. Kel,
Yeah,
if you
Kelly,
are watching it,
You know, shoot us something.
Throw a text.
Yeah.
throw us a little message. I'll bring the message panel back up. Anthony McKay is all right. Bruce Ruddock. Not quite sure what that means. Maybe he's tagging Bruce because Bruce lives in Napa Valley.
Yeah, Bruce, we
Remember?
talked to. Remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful part of the world.
Oh, beautiful part of the world. So you lived in California too,
I
didn't you?
moved backwards and forwards when I was making olive oil. I was out there once or twice a year for 4 or 5 years straight. And was only an hour from Napa. So I was in just north of Sacramento, in a little town was probably about the size of Mildura, called Woodland. That was where
Why did I think you were in Modesto? No, because that's almond country, Modesto, isn't it?
yeah, and that's south of Sac.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What's the other town around there that starts with M? Honestly,
Yeah.
Charlie, you go out to these towns like around Sacramento, Fresno, and sure, the cities are okay, but then you go out and it's just like driving around Beverford, Robinvale. It's just like here. It's exactly like here, except
the weather,
yeah,
what's grown, everything about it is
the
identical.
roads, the soil, except for the people in the fields are generally Mexicans.
Yeah.
That's the only
Yeah.
difference. Yeah. Great part of the world. I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I've always said to Luke, if he gets an opportunity to go to California to do a sabbatical.
Have a look. And
Yeah.
no, it is. It's and just on a massive scale too. Like even their I went through Fresno and down where a lot of their table grapes are grown, and just the sheer scale
Yeah.
of what it is
It's
is
ridiculous.
like unbelievable.
But
They've
they
got
do
no
do
water, but
They do have to be the
They do
biggest.
now though, don't they?
oh, they've got
They do
plenty
now.
now. When I was there in the peak of their drought, and it was like pretty bad. Like the Sacramento side, because it's all underground water,
Yeah.
and the supply is from up in Oregon, so further north.
Yeah.
But it's the same aquifer all the way down.
Mm.
And then, so the further south you were, the further you had to sink your bore to get water because it was just kept getting
Less and less.
less and less, but it kept getting grabbed further north as you got up. And so it was never that bad around Woodland where I was in Sacramento, but I know I got pretty hairy down the closer you got down to LA, down towards Fresno,
Yeah.
down those places.
Are you familiar with the LA water wars of the 1920s?
No,
Oh, well, it's a history lesson now.
read it.
It is. There's actually a documentary on it, and it's it wasn't the Colorado River. I can't remember the name of the river, but there was almost a civil war over the water that was available out in that sort of eastern part of California. They dammed one of the rivers to divert water to LA. Los Angeles. And now they've created along that river, all the towns are literally ghost towns. They're just dead, and the salt pans that have been created because of the no water in this river. And I
What does that sound
watched.
like?
Hey,
What does that sound
exactly. Well, and this is how I got onto it, because I was researching the issue with the Murray-Darling Basin. I don't want to get political today because I've had far too much wine to do that. But that's how I got onto it. So if you ever, I think it was a National Geographic documentary, because I'm a nerd and I watch a lot of Nat Geo. So if you ever have a chance to watch it, oh look, Bruce Ruddock's on and says Napa rules. Well, I don't know. Piangle's pretty good at the moment.
Piangle.
Did I say Bruce or Bruce? Whatever. This
yeah.
is, what bottle are we on? 4?
Well, I mean, you only had like
Screaming Eagle. There's a few wineries that I went to over there through friends that were in the olive industry at the time, and they're beautiful too. Like they're just the scenery, the view, the whole 9 yards of it, just sitting there, and like go for lunch. It's like, this is fantastic.
Yeah, go for lunch and stay the entire day.
Yeah, and not leave and just sit there, and it was really highly recommend it. Anyone, and I don't drink wine, and I'm thoroughly enjoying sitting in a winery, having lunch. Really, really, really good part of the world.
I didn't drink wine at the time, but I remember seeing, probably because I couldn't afford to because I was poor when I was living there, but I went and saw Crowded House play at the Mountain Something Winery in Napa Valley.
Really?
Yeah, in about 2007, I want to say.
Yeah.
And I went with the and the lady that I lived with, who I love. I was an au pair at the time, and they lived in Sydney, so they were big fans of Crowded House, and they came to Napa Valley just to play this intimate gig at an amphitheatre at a winery in Napa Valley.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you? If I was living in the Bay Area anyway, it was one of the best gigs ever, and it was literally just sitting around.
They do a lot of
drinking wine.
Day on the Green, sort of like they do in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Day on the Green, they do a lot of them in Napa.
Yeah, and that's exactly what this was. It was amazing, but it was at night.
Tom Petty played there, and we missed it. And someone else, I can't remember who it was, but that did one in Napa that we were like, yeah, we've got to go, and then Harvest started, and we missed. Which was always the way that the timing of them was always that late autumn area in there, and just on the start of harvest, and when sort of like we can't really poach 2 days to scoot the Napa and have a cracking weekend,
which is a shame.
Yeah,
because how good would it have been to see Tom Petty?
Exactly.
Did you ever see Tom Petty live?
No, and then he died like 2 years later, I think. Like it was just before he passed away. Like it would have been really, really like perfect. So.
You were saying before what?
Fleetwood Mac. That's who it was.
Oh,
they just played
Fleetwood Mac did one there.
They just done one in what's the name? They've just done the ones in Australia, the Day on the Greens. Not that long ago, like maybe 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. They did.
Did Mick Fleetwood die? Didn't Mick Fleetwood die?
Well, mustn't have because he was in Australia.
Yeah, but no. Well, when you say Fleetwood Mac, it could be any lineup, so long as it's Stevie.
The 400 people that didn't fight through those.
Yeah, exactly.
Career
it doesn't necessarily mean that Mick Fleetwood's part of that. I'm sure.
Hold the phone.
Mr. Google
I'm just going to go.
Is
Mick
Tom Petty,
Fleetwood
one of
dead?
his last performances was at Bottle Rock. Bruce
That was
says.
it. Yes, Bruce, that was it.
Yeah.
And I missed it.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. But you were saying before, I'll let you Google, but Mick was saying before we were talking about harvest time and how Luke's at home with the kids, which I really appreciate because this would be hard to do with kids running around. But Mick was saying before when you were making olive oil, did you confirm or deny that Mick Fleetwood is?
Mick Fleetwood is 100% still alive.
Oh,
I was going to say, I've never heard of him.
We've written him off early, but he is 100% still alive.
I feel
folks.
like we could make a game show out of this, dead or alive. Anyway, I'm sure that's being done on another major radio station somewhere. You were saying when you're making olive oil that at the end of harvest, that the companies would give wives gift
like
packs.
a
Listen up, companies around here.
Why?
a ladies pack. Like so, when I was at the Olives,
did you get a ladies
Rob,
pack?
No, I definitely didn't. I didn't have a wife to give one to either. But
Rob
Rob McGavin came up towards the end of harvest, and he had the cruiser loaded up, and he had it loaded up with gift baskets for the wives, and bath bombs, wine, Murray River salt, everything. You name it, he had it in there. Candles, everything, and he gave it to all of the husbands, and they were like, well, what am I doing with this? And he's like, take it home to your wife. And they're like,
what is?
Why? And they're like, well, they're doing it probably harder than you are at the moment. You think that you're working 14-hour days, but your wife's at home and looking after the kids and cooking and cleaning and doing everything else.
And probably working full-time themselves.
And working themselves, etc. So that's what they did. And it was actually quite well received. There was wine in there. I think, there was a heap of gear in there. I reckon 100% there would have been some olive oil.
There would have had to have been some. You know what? If Luke brought me home a pack, like one of the hampers that Robinvale Estates or Mallee hampers or things like those, if he brought me home one of those at the end of harvest, I'd still probably want a holiday. But
Luke, if you're listening,
no,
heads up, Spook.
It's a really good idea for all of the companies, I think, because they're dead right.
It is, and it is a hard slog. And I mean, we were talking before, like you get a phone call at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, something's broken. I mean, it was fine. Like you just went out and that's your job. That's what you have to do. But it's also that 3 in the morning you go out. There's no point in coming home and going back to.
No,
you're just going.
Oh,
to work.
you'd be wrecked.
Yeah,
I notice now when Luke
just drink a coffee and just go. Or start some paperwork or something in the office, and then righto 6 o'clock hits or whatever the start time. Let's go to work.
Yeah.
It was and it was well received. It was a really, really well thought out gesture.
That is a very well thought out gesture, and one that some companies around here, particularly at Runa Farms, might like to do.
You're an idiot.
Hint.
Just saying. Although, granted, a couple of years ago, we couldn't do it last year, but a couple of years ago, we did have our first real post-harvest holiday.
Yep.
Which was the best thing I think we could have ever done. And I'm not one for, saving money and putting it away. I'm just whatever. We went on a holiday to Fiji after harvest, and it was the best thing we could have done because it was a really good switch off for a couple of weeks because it's been so hot. Yeah. So high stress for the last 10 weeks or whatever.
Turn the phones off. Call it good.
I didn't turn the phones off. That would be, come on, I run my own business.
Yeah,
but to a point.
Social media queen over here.
Well, I'm a career Facebook pest, Charlie. What can I say?
What are you doing?
Which one are we doing now?
Well, I just opened that because it needs to breathe a bit.
Okay, well, we'll open this one too then. Does it need to breathe a bit? I don't know. That one's actually again, this is one of those ones that I tried when they first bottled it. George gave me a bottle.
Bit fresh?
And it was too fresh. Even Frankie, who is one of their winemakers there, who's very, very, I love talking to winemakers because they are all so, there's a lot that goes into making a really good bottle of Plonk.
Yeah.
There really is.
That's 2019.
Yeah. But and it was last year, I think, that we opened, it had been in the bottle only 3 months or so.
Yeah.
And 2 months. Yeah, too soon.
Not enough.
No. And even he said, shelve it for 3 months or so.
Give it a bit.
Yeah. And now it's delightful. So I think any time between now, that 2019 Shiraz Segrentino will be, I think you've had that one at my place before.
I know.
So
I've
the
never heard of
Segrentino. I can actually give you a bit of background on the Segrentino.
That's be good.
No. Well, because I know this is all about product. Oh, hang on, we've got another message. I brought Murray River salt sachets and took some to work. Good advertisement, I think. Great advertisement. I love Murray River salt sachets. I would appreciate some. You know what? They'd be really good on those potato cakes you brought in.
There's another potato cake, yeah.
No,
yeah.
I'm just going to go straight up on a bit of your bread with the late
Do you want the bowl to dip? Are you sure?
I don't want to get balsamic on it.
Oh. You like balsamic?
I know, but it's fantastic oil.
Try this lemon one.
The olive oil nerd that I am.
Try that one, Mick. This is the lemon pressed. Delicious. And it's like I thought it was good when Kim brought it in when it had just been done.
Mm.
I thought it was good then.
You get better.
Holy.
I like it. That's good. That is good.
I review my food in level of profanity.
Uh,
If I'm being mild in my profanity, then it's okay. If I'm being sailor mouth in my profanity, like I was with the bacon cheeseburger at the Jack the other day.
did you have it?
Oh, yes. It was a burger. Hello. Yes.
I wish I'd done it.
And I had two, in fact.
Really?
Yeah. Like I'll confess that Damo had them there sitting for me after basketball. Alison was busy with guys in the bistro, so I just grabbed my boxes, sat at the bar. I thought, I'll just eat mine now while it's fresh.
Don't worry
I
about Luke.
swore-
Don't worry about poor
no,
Luke
no, no.
slaving himself
Well, because
away.
he wouldn't have been finished work yet anyway.
Fading away to a shadow, 14-hour days.
Poor bloke.
Trying to just work for that gift basket.
I know.
Trying to get
He's not fading away to a
Poor,
shadow.
poor bloke. You know,
Poor bloke, nothing. He still got his burger, but I sat down and ate mine.
yeah, cold.
No, shut up. I sat down and ate mine and swore out loud in front of poor Tyra Jaffrelli, and she hasn't heard those words before. She did giggle
I'm
at
sure
me.
she-
But I got halfway through it. Alison came, she went, "What do you think?" And I went, "I'm not going to repeat what I said." I said, and it was getting late, "Can he make me another one? Because one's not going to be enough." And it wasn't. So I sat there and ate two of them and took one home to Luke.
Far out. Anyway, what were you telling us about? Because you said
Segrentino, yes. Sorry.
And
Segrentino.
we're not drinking that one anyway now. We're drinking that one, whatever that is.
So this is a Giraffe. This is the Full Moon 2020 Giraffe,
Yes.
which is very good. The 2018 Giraffe was sensational. So a Segrentino is a type of grape, obviously.
Never would have guessed.
No, but it is from the Umbria region, Reggio Umbria
Umbria.
in Italy. There's not very many, along with the Zweigelt that
Smells nice.
Andrew grows.
Mm.
There's not very many vineyards that grow a Segrentino or a Zweigelt. And this is what Andrew does for a lot of the year. He'll travel, look at other varieties of grapes that will grow well here, and then bring them back and see what he can do with them, which is, and that's what he's done with the Segrentino. So there's a range called the Australia Felix on his website, which are about $45 to $49 a bottle, which are phenomenal. And you would only eat them with a good piece of steak.
Oh.
But this is a Shiraz blend, which is less. So the Segrentino, I suppose, is
Ooh,
for a
that's good.
mature palate.
That's really good.
Yeah, this Giraffe is one of my favorites.
It's really good.
Yeah, it is really good. So again, you seem very surprised when
No,
you
'cause
taste
they're
these and you go,
not-
"Oh,
No,
that's
'cause-
really good."
really
Oh,
good.
jeez.
I normally just have my normal Shiraz, you know, whatever.
So what do you normally drink?
A Shiraz.
Are you
No,
fussy with what you drink?
not really. As long as it's over about $20.
Yeah, right.
Because, you know, anything under $20 is going to be pretty
You put it on your
Ordinary?
lettuce.
pretty ordinary. Yeah.
Well,
That's not saying if you got a good wine and it's cheap, don't put it up just because I said it. What's this worth?
Oh, I don't know. 21. I want to say 21.99.
See? There you go. $20.
I'll put the link up now for
Point
this.
proven.
One moment, please. Yeah, point proven. It
the
is.
$20 special. You can't go wrong.
Yeah. If you can get like two of these for like 39, I mean,
Where is it? That's the Shiraz. You are an idiot. This is the 20. Where's the bottle? The 2020. Okay.
it's won awards. It's got silver stuff on it.
No, that's the 25 year. So it's the 25 year anniversary. This one didn't, but well, I don't think there's been any wine shows to win awards at, but the Giraffe before this, the vintage before this, which wasn't 19, it was 18.
So where's Giraffe growing?
Pie Angle?
I feel like
wanna
you're just
say.
making shit up now.
I am making that up. I don't actually know. There's also a couple of, so I really like, as I mentioned earlier, I really like the alternative wines. And there is another one that they call the Color of Raven. which has a really cool label. They've won awards for just their label because it's augmented reality.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But the color of the wine is really quite dark. And
That's quite dark.
but it's a Cab Sav that is very Cab savvy, and I'm not usually into. Anyway, let me read the story. I need my glasses, and I've left them in the car.
Just make it bigger.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. Giriffe,
I'm
the
an
story.
ideas Oh, there's a story.
Buckle up, lads. This is a story.
Wait a minute, is it a journey? If it's a journey.
No, it's a story.
Oh, it's just a story.
Giriffe, the story. Wait, let me put my headphones on. 'Twas a balmy, warm evening in late summer, and the moon was I haven't put a space there. Was revealing its presence. Andrew rings. Hey George, the moon is really big and low tonight. Can you go out and take a photo? It looks huge. I'm looking at it from the west side over the top of the vines. We are blessed in the Mallee to have such evening delights that fill our memories. I've really got to go through this and
You spell checking while reading.
Yep. Dark, deep red in colour, intense fruity notes of mulberries and cherry, a touch of white pepper spice, and a hint of violet. Can you taste that hint of violet?
I had the cherry.
Yeah, cherry, not so.
A generous length paired with chalky tannins. Who can tell me what a tannin is?
It's
You're
the
looking
wine
at
thing.
completely the
It's
wrong
thing with
person
the
in this
wines,
relationship.
The tannins into.
Yeah, tannins are quite important when winemaking.
Don't know. I know it's a bottle of wine.
Hey,
You can do this once, Mick.
it's what coats your palate, I'm pretty sure.
I'm just trying to get it right.
I've lost it. I've absolutely lost it at that, Chaz. That's some of your best work tonight.
Yeah. So.
Giriffe, Shiraz, France. Bruce is saying France.
Oh,
Love
nice.
a good. Mickey Roberts says love a good giriffe. Then you'll love this one, Mickey. Get on to. I've just put the link up in the comments. It is the Full Moon 2020 giriffe. It is delicious. Delish. And
Can
may I also
Yes.
say that from 2020, all of PC's wines are 100% vegan.
nice.
Yeah. So there you go.
Good. That'll go well with my vegan diet, my lifestyle.
Chewing
Oh, sorry.
salami,
I was going to say.
inhaling potato
I'm
cake,
gonna say,
salami, and
no,
shit. I don't even
potato
know.
cakes completely vegan, aren't they?
Except for the egg that's probably used to coat them.
All right.
I don't,
Figs.
yeah.
The figs are vegan.
Figs are vegan. Yes.
Grapes,
The blue cheese that we put on the figs, not
probably
so
not
much.
so much. Mum's melanjani are vegan.
That was a very that was a very
I'm
confident.
like, wait a minute, what does she put in
Man,
it?
what's
No,
in it?
it's only oil and like vegetables. So.
Oh, the melanjanis are really delicious.
And vegan too, people.
Mm-hmm.
So that will go with my vegan lifestyle.
As well as these figs and blue cheese.
Mm.
Delicious with a beautiful giraffe.
That is good. That is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
I will have you know that I'm missing maths for this.
Whoa,
Hold the phone.
far out. Can we just put this on pause and
Hang on.
Jay can go home?
I know. I
Luke
feel
better
that we
not
should
be
do.
watching it without me.
We should do a community service and hold Jade here as long as possible. So
Yeah.
she can
Or even better, spoiler alerts. Tell us what happens if you watch
Yeah.
it in the
drop the
background.
bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah, get it in the
No.
comments.
Jenny drops.
You know
bomb.
what? If you
I
don't
don't
even
know.
watch it, just make stuff up and send that
Yeah,
in the
we're not gonna
comments as
know.
well.
Stop it, you two.
Yeah.
You know what? Crap TV is amazing. For
Here we go.
No,
Yeah, how many
I
times
don't-
I've been
You
through
can't
this?
even. Nah.
What? What?
Just
Sometimes you just like to switch off and not think about anything else. And but
I'd rather watch a sports documentary.
oh, true. But then you also have to think about a sports documentary.
I'd rather watch Long Grove.
And I like to be real. When I'm watching sports documentaries, I like to give it 100% focus. With maths, I don't want to have to focus nor think about anything.
Yeah.
And there is
Nah.
the place of crap TV. Actually, sports documentaries. What have you watched lately?
I've rewatched it because I love it. It's called. There's two that I've rewatched. One is Reggie Miller Winning Time, 30 for 30.
Huh.
Oh,
It's about Reggie Miller taking on the New York Knicks
Yeah.
through the
Yeah.
early 90s. Amazing.
wow.
And
I
he was
haven't
because
seen
he was at Indiana, and
Yeah.
Indiana and New York hate each other.
Mm.
And the other one was the Fab Five, which was about Chris Webber and the five guys that started at Michigan and should have like absolutely blitzed the NCAA basketball.
Yeah.
And they lost both of the final playoff game in the March Madness 2 years in a row.
Oh.
One of them, Weber calls a timeout with 2 seconds to go and gets a technical foul, and they lose in the year 2. And it was also that, like, these guys were just Michigan Uni made a heap of money marketing these blokes. They started wearing the knee-high white socks. They had swagger. They were
You ever been to Michigan University?
massive.
Oh, the first university football ground I ever went to was the Big House
Michigan.
in Michigan. And I was a Michigan Wolverine from there until
From
I
there
went to
on in.
work at Stanford. But
So-
yeah, but
So fickle.
oh,
They went
Just like that.
So there
just
was
changed.
yeah.
No,
no
no
loyalty.
loyalty,
No.
no allegiance.
Jalen and Jacoby. So Jalen, who does the doco on ESPN, I forget his surname. There was Chris Webber. There was like 5 of them, and of the 5 of them, 4 of them went top 10 in the draft. Like that's how
Oh,
strong this
yeah.
basketball team
Yeah.
was. And they lost 2 NCAA championships, but there was also a whole lot of background stuff there about whether they shaved points, whether they cheated, because they made no money out of, and they made an absolute squillion.
Yeah,
For the
because you're not allowed to
university.
play you're not allowed to pay NCAA players
That's
because they're
changed.
students. Has it really?
There's things happening now just going forward, not so much like the COVID year last year, 2020, but
yeah.
there is stuff, there's new provisions and stuff in there where they'll actually get something for their named jersey. So if you're like,
Yeah, but what
Andrew-
about, and Ben Simmons made a really good point, and Ben Simmons was one that really was outspoken on this because he was one it done at USC. He was like, they're using my face to make money to sell tickets all over town,
Wait,
and
is
I
he paying
can't.
for his education?
No,
what is
because
it?
he was on a scholarship.
So you know what?
Yeah,
Suck it
but
up, mate. How much money are you making?
you
now?
also,
Yeah, but how-
hang on, Jake,
yeah,
but he,
yeah.
he didn't leave USC with a diploma or a degree
No,
or anything.
he
went-
he was one and done. All he had to
Oh,
do was
good
do 1 year before he could nominate for the NBA draft. So
What do you
yes,
think-
he got one free year at USC, but
And also he got exposure, so he got picked up in the NBA draft.
he already knew that he was already going to get drafted from the NBA. At that point, he just couldn't do it from the NBL here because he'd already gone to high school in the United States.
Yeah.
So,
But then there was, what do you think that Lonzo Ball came out here? Because
Correct.
he didn't want to go to college because his old man hates the college system in America. And
Correct.
didn't want to give him any money. And he would have gone number 1.
yeah, correct. But
He's
his
a jet.
brother, what's his brother's name?
Brothers, is he the one that got kicked out of China for stealing the
No,
watch?
he's playing for Melbourne.
Wow.
Isn't his brother the one that's playing for Melbourne? There was 3 of them that came here. One of them's playing for Melbourne
there's
United. One of them's playing for Southeast.
LaMelo,
Yeah.
Lonzo, and then there's the third
And then there's
one.
the third one who's playing in the NBL now because of that college system.
Same thing.
Yeah, because of the college
And
system.
one of them did
Because
it last year, played at Sydney.
correct, and because the father and just doesn't agree with the whole system that they can't go and get an education, get paid for, because there's a lot of time obviously that goes into training to be an
Yeah.
elite basketballer, but he can get drafted from the NBL now, same thing, without having to go to college and allowing that school
It's
to
a-
make squillions
It's
off
a bit of a
his
shoving.
brand
It's shoving his nose at the American
at the
college
NCAA.
system. Yeah, pretty much.
Which is
Anyway,
a bit
I watched Space Jam today.
Great movie.
Speaking of
It is a great
speaking of
One of my
NBA
faves.
greats.
I'm coming over for some food.
Oh, yeah, righto. Well, no one can see you anyway where you are. You may as well. Why don't you just pull up a pew there so we can actually see you and use that microphone? Wouldn't that be easier?
Is that on?
The sweet chilies come off.
No, you're right. You can only see a bit of it.
Sit down and you won't be able to see any of it.
Once you
It's
get the
fine.
light,
I'm
I'll
closer.
turn that one off.
I'm
There you
closer
go.
to the food this way. This is
Yeah, well, there
fantastic.
you go. Hang on, let me pull that in.
try
I
some
had
more
it-
things.
I had it there for Paul. There we go. Now we can see your beautiful face. You just have to talk into the microphone.
While I'm chewing away.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Do you? Oh, I seem to be lagging behind now because I'm
Well, you
talking too
are.
much. Oh, I'm talking too much. Sorry, I'm entertaining the masses of 7 people.
No one will
Rookie
ever
of the
know.
Year NBA. Hang on, LaMelo, Charlotte Hornets. There you go.
Yep.
LaMelo Ball went to the Charlotte Hornets. Was Rookie of the Year in the NBA.
He was a freak too.
Who's
So
that?
was it? I
Who's
think it
telling
was
us
the Sydney Kings.
Bruce Ruddock.
Oh, good on you, Bruce.
Yeah, good on you, Bruce.
Bruce,
Please stick with us.
Bruce, stick with us. Was he at the Sydney Kings? Is that where he played in the NBL before he went to college?
I want
Oh,
to say
before
it was
we-
Melbourne United that he played for. I thought it was one of the, or maybe that's the Ball that's now playing.
Their old
Probably
man's a
anyone.
lunatic, but
Oh yeah, but
Like-
he's bred 3 NBA players, so you.
He's doing
kinda-
something right.
Yeah, he's doing something right or wrong, depending on who you ask. I'm
Well,
glad all my bread got eaten for the
Yeah, it was good.
crap loaf that it was.
No, it was good.
Well, I'm glad.
Are you going to finish that one, or what are you doing?
Yes, I'm finishing this glass, and then we'll move on to the Shiraz Segrentino because it's now after 8 o'clock, and I thought this would only take 2 hours.
What time was Luke coming in?
Mick's going to run me home.
Oh, good.
Date.
Well, if you're going to take longer, I'll have a bit more of that one.
You want a bit more of this one? Right, there you go. So what I was going to say earlier is that, gosh.
What?
There is a 25-year, it's not in this pack, but there is a 25-year anniversary Shiraz Magnum that's available if you're into big bottles of wine.
As in,
It's 1.5 litres, I think.
how expensive we're talking?
1 moment, please. Let me bring it up.
Is it like buying cask wine? It gets cheaper by the the more you buy.
Put wine in a box.
Yeah.
In a
Do they
silver
have-
bag.
Oh,
And then in a box.
do they do that cask wine stuff?
No, but I'll tell you what he does do, and this is it's 1.5 litres, and it is $46.99.
Oh, it's a bargain.
Yeah, they have the
Hang on, time out. Still above your $20,
Yeah.
$7.50.
Yeah.
You're still in
Yeah.
your
And it's a bargain.
perfect.
and the if it's the masterpiece or if it's the same Shiraz as they put in the
There we go.
masterpiece bottle.
Masterpiece.
Well, because the masterpiece is like the
Yes.
the signature range.
Yeah. It's like the Grange.
Well, it's nothing like the Grange.
No, but as in, it's
So I'm
Hold on a
out.
second.
So I'm out.
well, you know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
as in, it's a level up from the normal stuff.
No, the masterpiece is not. The Australia Felix is. The
Oh.
masterpiece is like their
Oh, they're standard.
it's their signature range.
Huh.
It used to be the estate, but the masterpiece is what
Wow.
they have
Yeah.
lots of different varieties in now.
It's starting up there pretty,
Oh, they're not cheap. I'm not
strong.
saying they're cheap. They're not cheap at all.
Now,
But that's like the
has he finished vintage? Are they finished
no,
picking?
no,
They're still going.
no, they're still going. No, don't open it.
Oh, no.
Jay's just had a moment.
She's
We'll,
choking. That blue cheese has gone
Sorry,
down the wrong
Don.
way.
No, Don said it's Sydney Kings. Mellow ball played at Sydney Kings.
I didn't know you follow basketball.
He probably doesn't. He probably Googled it. Before I choked, where was I going with that?
how far through are they?
Oh, they are. I can give you an update. In fact, they were over halfway
row 76.
last week. I feel like 19,000 ton.
But
Does that sound like it would be
No,
right
it'd be-
halfway?
they'd have late varieties too, wouldn't they? Like,
Yeah. Which means that's why they're only halfway.
what I mean. So
Yeah. Be about 40,000 ton harvest. Yeah.
Yeah, for about 40,000. It looks like it'll be a record harvest. I can show you because George did send me a harvest update the other day, and I want to say it was
It's a lot of fruit.
vintage update. Yeah, here it is. To date, they have crushed 19,507 ton of grape. They've just begun crushing Shiraz, Merlot, and Pinot Noir, and are almost at the halfway mark.
Oh,
So
good.
not quite at the halfway mark.
It's not. I think it's 40 around the 40,000 plus. It's a lot of fruit.
That's a lot. It's a lot of fruit, isn't it? Ugh. But
it's a lot of wine
and it's a lot of
on
wine.
the upside.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Sorry, I won't browse around Facebook.
So, any more requests? Songs?
Well, who's going to do the song?
Mick, obviously.
No.
He's in the hot seat.
I haven't got a guitar, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah, well.
speaking of hot seat, I was on it during the week.
I did hear a whisper.
That was last week. That was old
No, it
news.
wasn't. It was Tuesday. The week just gone.
Didn't we talk about something else?
We started to talk about it earlier on, like when we first started, and then I changed the subject.
I'm going to have a look.
Because she hates talking about herself.
No, because he wanted to know about the Viper Room story, and I didn't think this was the place to actually.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you. You asked me that question at the beginning of this.
No, I
whole
was
thing.
going to tell you about it.
Oh, have you been to the Viper Room?
No,
Oh.
because you said I don't listen to your stories.
Oh, well, tell me about it. Tell me my story of the Viper Room.
Probably
Please.
not. I don't think it's suitable for this podcast. Basically, Jay got really drunk. She ended up in some.
I didn't.
some
Oh, well, yes, I did.
Yes, you did. Friend got even drunker. They ended up at some band I never heard and don't really care about.
Of course, he doesn't really care about them.
They're not that good.
Neither did I at the time. I didn't even know who they were.
Yeah.
But now
Oh, yeah, and you spewed up in front of the Playboy Mansion.
I didn't. I certainly did not.
Someone did.
My dear friend that was supposed to come today and help us taste wine, who is quite an accomplished wino. When
Ah,
I say accomplished, I mean she drinks a lot of it.
Clearly.
I hope you're listening, whoever you are. Chase just throwing you in
I
it.
don't know whether you've met Cal before. Well, I feel like you would have.
Probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, at my 40th last year you would
I
have.
wasn't there.
Hmm.
Remember, some people had to work.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I don't know.
Like, I cop a lot of shit when I work, Mick, but I do miss a lot of stuff because I got to work.
Oh, well,
Anyway,
good fig so. This Maggie beer blue cheese is good too.
yeah.
It's not overpowering.
No, it's good.
Goes really well with this giraffe.
Yeah.
In fact, it's gone really well with all the wine.
No, I reckon the cheddar one, the stronger cheese, went better with one of the white ones. Yeah.
I agree. Blue cheese is definitely better with
Definitely
these
red.
reds. I agree. Oh, wait. Illawarra Hawks, sorry. Oh, speaking of the Illawarra Hawks,
Oh, here we go.
Story.
Here's another story.
Andrew
Brought to you
Peace is a corporate sponsor of the Illawarra Hawks.
by- Is he really?
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't
That's
know
a
that.
very random segue that we managed to get around.
Really?
We got there in the
But
end.
it worked, didn't it? So we are here now.
Andrew Peace, he's getting his bang for his buck.
Well, yeah, he is getting his bang for his buck. For 6 bottles of wine, it's not bad.
Hmm.
I don't know. We may as well try the last one and then,
Oh, I'm still going. This one. I like this one. This one was good.
yeah, it is good.
You just enjoy. I like this one. So you've reloaded 3 times.
Yeah.
There's no rush at this last one. We're
Like the
currently
white one, she kept
we're
drinking.
currently
I'm like, oh, can we just
45
keep
minutes
going?
over
Yeah.
time, but that's okay. We'll just
45 minutes. We're now an hour and 15 minutes over time.
so
No.
That's right. We didn't really have a time limit.
I have places to be.
Really?
No.
Like what?
Got nowhere to be.
No, exactly. No one's got anywhere to be. Luke's spending some quality time with his kids that he hasn't seen for most of harvest.
I'm sure he's loving it.
Oh, you know what? He would be.
So I said,
When
he'll be
rocked up-
pretending like it's hard work, but he'll be absolutely
No, I don't
relishing.
think so. No, he doesn't. Luke's not one of those that pretends that it's hard work. Yeah, he actually because he
He
doesn't
just
get
loves
to
to
do it.
that much.
Yeah, during harvest, he's like even this afternoon when he pulled up, the boys. So Peyton won he won an award at St Mary's last week and he got a $20 gift card. So he wanted to go and spend some of it yesterday. So we went to Bargain Basement and bought 2 of these foam swords things. They last for about 5 minutes, but they're good fun while they do. So they've been playing with them and having sword fights since yesterday. But when Luke rocked up at home this afternoon, he knocked off. No. Let's not talk about Luke and his sword fights, please. No, when he rocked up, the boys came screaming out of the house with their swords and started attacking him. So of course he's done the old dad play and rolled around on the ground, and they love it, and he loves it just as much. So he doesn't pretend like it's hard work. He actually quite enjoys it, which is good for me because then I don't feel guilty about. Granted, I did make a tray of lasagna. So it's not like I've left.
she's made bread,
They'll
made trail
get, they'll
lasagna.
get fed.
Mate, Nonna Pasqualina has been hard at work
geez.
in the kitchen this
Bloody hell.
weekend. Yeah, Nonna Pasqualina hasn't been at her best.
Did you clean up after yourself, or
course I
used
clean
every
up.
item?
I use every item. I know I do that. I try to use the Thermomix now though to try and avoid, but it still happens. I don't know how it happens, but it still does.
I thought the idea of the Thermomix was like
Yeah, it
less.
does everything for you.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I don't know how it happens. I can still use 25 spoons and every pot in the house. In fact, I've had to throw one of my pots out recently because I burnt it making dim sims. It's a whole other, yeah.
Anyway, keep back.
Frying, making dim sims, or just frying?
I just try to steam them.
You didn't put water in?
I do put water in there, but
Not enough.
I like dim sims when they are ugly, when they've been really overcooked.
Yeah, so you got to
Anyway,
put more water on them.
Yeah, I have
You
to
boiled
keep
it
getting
dry.
up, and I boiled it dry like 3 or 4 times.
You
Yeah.
fell asleep. You had.
I didn't fall asleep. Who sleeps in the middle of the day? Do you? Do you both?
Why don't you have
I'm a
nap during the
huge
day?
fan of a nap.
Are
Huge
you?
fan.
Oh,
Life changing.
No.
Try it. Try it.
Life changing.
no, don't
No.
you feel like you'd be worse?
No.
Like you'd be more tired after?
Have a nap. Get up. Go for a walk.
My
whatever.
dad does every single day. We'll come home at 12 o'clock on the dot, eat his lunch in about 20 minutes. From 12:30 to 1 o'clock, has a sleep on the couch.
Has a snooze.
And then
Yeah.
he's up again. every single day and has done.
It's always just getting it done. Don't mind the theory. I might have a crack at that tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll let you know how
He
it
does
goes.
it every single day. Granted, if no one's home and he doesn't have to be back up, that can stretch
Yeah,
out
it's
to
2
about
o'clock,
3 or
whatever.
4
Yeah.
o'clock. Yeah.
That's right.
But I feel like if I wake up in the morning at 6 o'clock, when if Luke's getting up or whatever, or if I'm doing, but I can go back to sleep. If I go back to sleep, I'm shockingly tired for the rest of the
Different
day.
sleep, but it's a different, like just coming home and just having a snooze.
Yeah, it's a nap. Power nap saves lives.
That was
Stand your into science. Stand your into science, mate.
Oh,
Also, getting back to lasagna, do you do white sauce as well?
yeah,
Oh, good.
of course. What? Who doesn't do white sauce?
Oh, some
lasagna?
people don't.
Jarred white sauce, or do you make your own white sauce?
Mate, you know what Nat says about
I was
jar
going to
sauce,
say
don't you?
jar sauce.
So you've done jar one.
I do not use jar anything.
I use jar one.
Can we
No.
actually, with all of your outreach and everything you can do,
Outreach.
can you just get old mate Nat up here for a...
He costs money now, though, and a lot of money.
Really?
When
Yeah.
Dave O'Neill comes, you can.
So Dave O'Neill is coming.
Mm.
Yeah.
I heard that the other day.
Yeah. I'm not sure quite when. And I'm damn sure he's not watching my Facebook at the moment to watch this live stream. But
You never know.
no, I never know, I suppose. But yeah, he's coming. I don't know when because I've passed his number on to my people and my people get in
Oh, here we
contact
go.
with his people
Fuck
to
no.
organise it. So I don't know when, but we'll soon find out. But that'll be interesting.
That
That'll
would
be really
very-
good. Like that's that end of harvest wind down type thing. They kind of, from a staff point of view for the community centre here, we have to bring them from Swan Hill because we don't have anyone here at the moment. It'll need to be sort of before May because that's when the season will sort of kick off in Swan Hill again.
Yep.
God
And I mean,
willing,
here we cook.
God willing that your mate doesn't shut us all down again and we can't do anything.
Hey.
Hey, nothing.
He did it for our safety.
Oh my God, I'm going to bang your hands together. You idiot. Oh, look at you two.
No, I don't
Look at you
think-
two sitting up there. Oh,
No,
The brotherhood.
so chummy.
The
Oh
brotherhood.
my God.
Yeah.
The Red Brotherhood.
I can't say anything. It's my employee for you.
He's your employee.
He's my
Jesus
employee.
Christ.
Employer.
He's moved up.
So,
Oh, someone's doing all right.
yeah.
isn't it?
So I can't say anything.
Safety first, Jade. That's all I'll leave. I'll leave it at that.
Mate, you were the first one sending me text messages the day that he
I
called
was.
the circuit breaker.
Yeah.
You were the first one sending me
Oh,
circuit
messages
breaker.
about what a wanker he was.
No, I never said that. I just said I'm off him.
Yeah, and then things turn around and all of a sudden you're back on. Anyway, I'm not going to, like I said, I've had too many wines.
Oh,
to
well,
go
he's also going to win Politician of the Year, isn't he? Something like that.
That's right. That's true.
Oh, I heard he was up for it.
He's probably going to win next election by the street,
Yeah.
the length of the street too.
So, do you want to try this Shiraz?
So easy.
I love
So
it.
easy.
Brain hurts. Yes, let's please.
Let's see who's listening now when we talk about Dan Andrews. Would you like to listen?
No, I know.
Oh,
Be interesting to see what happens now that he's got his dictatorship. I mean, state of emergency has been extended.
oh, here we go. And now, when's Ali coming back on here?
Don't know.
We should have got her on here for the wine tasting. Would've been
Should
good.
have. Jimmy would have been hilarious.
Yeah, he's good.
Her is chief of staff
I
now.
don't know. He does something.
I don't know either. But he would be hilarious. I love Jimmy a lot. He's a very, very funny man. He would have been great on this. In fact, maybe next time, Jim, if you're watching, you could come and see. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but in the background that I'm using, there's like downlights, but I am not lit like the downlights. I am lit like it's this terrible fluorescent light. Anyway, it's putting me off. So this is the Shiraz Segrentino. Let me bring up the link. What?
Well, I just thought you'd have them all up. But you say that for every one of them.
Yeah, well, because I'm just doing it. Shush, Charles.
Again.
Again, you can sit over there and just drink your wine and eat your food, and not have to worry about any of the technical
Technical
difficulties.
Yeah. Best part of the show.
Yeah. Where are we? Shiraz Segrentino.
Contribution is
This one retails for $21.99. Again, I think all the full moon retail for around that price. Here is the link for this one. Again, free shipping within Australia or free pickup. I've now put a link that you can pick up for free at the cellar door.
Oh, little giraffe.
Hey?
No.
It's a bit hard.
No, the cellar door is the place called English.
Oh, the Sunrise cellar door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know whether they sell pieces
might.
from there. They may do. That would be the kind of wine store.
Yeah, I reckon they
that-
would.
Yeah,
I'll check.
that would be the kind of wine store
I'll
that I
just
would
ring 'em.
expect to find them at. You've got them on
You've got 'em
speed
on
dial.
speed.
I was joking.
And I'm a big fan of this one. It's got a little bit more bite than the Giraffe. It's a little bit more on the dry side.
I haven't tried it yet.
Would you like me to read the
Yes, while I'm trying it.
Okay. I know you live for my reading of the tasting notes. I can tell that. One
Smells good.
moment, please. Let me just enlarge it because I'm old and blind. Actually, I have a cornea disease called keratoconus, which is why I'm so blind.
Oh, good.
And why? Oh, good. Yeah, good.
You notice how I wasn't really listening? I just like to say that to you all the time.
Yeah.
The standard,
Yeah.
how you
Oh,
going
good.
today? Oh,
Yeah,
terrible.
good.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is Charles's standard response. Yeah, good. What a jerk. Anyway, our flagship wine, Segrentino, holds its own for one of the best Italian varieties, originating from Umbria, blended with the quintessential Australian Shiraz, produces a symbiotic partnership for all to enjoy. I feel like there were a lot of syllables in that sentence.
Who wrote this website?
I didn't write the tasting notes.
Oh.
Not all of them. This wine displays a peppery, dusty nose with a faint bouquet reminiscent of black cherries and blueberries. You'll get that. Mick, are you having some?
No.
Why not?
Designated drive you home.
Oh, yes, that's right.
God.
It's
Claire,
it's mid to full-bodied character and mellow, spicy, warm taste. It's partnered beautifully with roasted meats and game. That is true. Frankie did tell me that it would be good, probably not so much with a cheese platter, but with some
Meat.
gamey meats and things, because it is that it's a bit heavier. I think with the Shiraz, and the Segrentino is quite heavy in itself.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I'm surprised, but I like the Giraffe better.
Yeah. Well, it's not as approachable. A Segrentino, I don't think is as approachable as a Giraffe.
Yeah. Oh, I am surprised because I'd normally go for a Shiraz.
Yeah, but this is a Shiraz Segrentino. It's quite sophisticated.
Oh, okay. That's why.
That's probably why you don't get it.
Just a little.
Yeah. Back in
He
the
gives
Whack.
you know what? If he can give it to me, he can take
He
it.
can get it back.
So, you know.
Hey. No, I'm just saying I like that Giraffe. What?
Jesus, are you right there?
Was
He's a sober one.
I'm a driver.
If you're listening, policeman. Oh, actually, I did see Andy McMahon listening. Copper.
Oh, really?
Yeah, watching.
Where are you seeing all these people?
It says it on the
On
Facebook. feed.
Facebook.
Yeah.
No, I'm not looking. I'm looking at the StreamYard.
So, can you send around the boys to pick us up? Take us up.
No, don't.
No, pick us up, take us up. Be all right.
Yeah, it's all right for you who lives in Golflings.
Yeah.
I live out halfway to Menangatang.
I love it.
Probably haven't been out there for a while. Wouldn't hurt.
Drive by.
Yes. What else is happening? We're about ready to wrap this up, or?
Yeah, well, you got any more to say about this one?
No. I think I've said just about everything. It has got the V in the love heart, so this is part
This
of
is the
that.
vegan one?
These are vegan. Like I said, any of from the 2020 vintage upwards are now 100% vegan. They're not using any animal products whatsoever.
Good on them.
Yeah. That was
I'm all for a
So,
plant-based lifestyle.
Time out. I'd like to know what animal products they were using before.
gelatin.
Horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I said the same thing. I'm like, hang on a minute. Wine? No, wine is like a fruit salad. No, apparently not. Gelatin is what they
So
were
there's
using.
substitute now.
Is oh gosh.
Something
I should know this right off the top of my head, and I don't. But it's a plant-based
Gelatin.
It's not a gelatin, obviously. It's a plant-based substitute for it.
For it.
They also
You
do
get
have.
mushroom hoofs instead.
You're an idiot. They also do have the unexpected range. Do you need to excuse yourself?
I'm good. Are we right? I've just got like this little devil on my ear right here that's just like throwing these little barbs.
I got a mental image of a mushroom with hooves. No, what I was saying is that they also have a range called the Unexpected, which is a lot of people will say that wine gives them headaches, and usually that's the sulfate or the sulfur in wines that will give them, and the preservatives in wine that will give them a headache. So the Unexpected is a range of their wines that doesn't have any of that.
I thought it was like it'd get you so
Jeez, that
drunk.
could be that you could really put that to the sword
Or you couldn't you?
and go righto. Headache.
Let's give it a crack.
No headache. Come at me. Let's because quite often like box wine, like box wine.
Drink responsible.
And we've all drank box wine. Don't tell me you haven't. Like, when you're at uni.
Mate,
Not me.
Uni. I didn't go to uni. I went to uni for O week every week, just riding on the coattails of my friends.
Box wine.
But parties in my
And it's a pillow. It doubles as a pillow.
Correct. It doubles as a pillow. If you're going to an overnight party, of course you're taking box wine. You need something to sleep on.
The silver handbag.
Did you ever play Goonbag of Fortune? Please.
Can't do it now. COVID times.
Why can't you play Goonbag of Fortune now?
COVID times.
What? You
Social
can be.
distancing.
You can be socially.
Yeah, you're not going to suck out of something that somebody else has sucked
You
out
don't
of.
need to suck at it. Who sucks out of it? You never ever put your mouth on it. You just.
Yeah, but I don't want to get it over me. I'm not like you, just put wine all over my face. As we saw earlier on tonight.
I don't know. The crowds that I travel in, no one was quite as precious to think. I don't want to get, or we were just better aim. We could get it straight down our gullet and no one didn't spill a drop. Exactly.
But like the cheap, like your box wine and that's got a heap of sulfur and preservatives and that in it.
Oh, shocking.
Just
My father tried to tell me a little while ago that my mother never used to drink box wine. I remember very vividly all through our childhood, before they had, got ahead, that's all my mother drank.
The fruity
Lambrusco? No, the Lambrusco
Lambrusco.
in the box in the
Can't go wrong.
fridge. P.S. We were speaking about Nat before. Have you seen his latest video?
Yes.
Oh, my God, the microwave one.
Yeah.
The microwave curry sausages.
The microwave chicken wasn't bad either. It definitely wasn't. Did you see the one?
I haven't
It's
seen
the
that
same
one.
chick in from the 80s.
Yeah,
cooking in
from the
microwave.
sharp microwave
And
videos.
she puts it in she cooks a chicken in the microwave, and she says something like, I don't know a lot, but one thing I do know, and I'll PG this,
Yeah.
you shouldn't put in a microwave. It was just snaps.
And he does the same thing here when he's got the title slapped across the microwave.
Of the food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is how I laughed. And I reckon I laughed harder in his latest one than I did the first one, which was the quarantine.
Meat tray lasagna. Did you see that
No, it was the bolognese
was the-
one.
Yeah, end of days bolognese.
End of days bolognese,
Yeah.
Very, very clever man. Very good.
I will just say, though, I never get hangovers, and this is why. Water. I always drink water. While I'm drinking, I always have a drink bottle next to me and sip consistently. I will drink a litre or two of water to a bottle of wine. This is why I don't get hangovers.
So anyway, you're saying before, so there's different types. There's the vegan range.
Mm-mm.
They're all vegan.
All vegan after 2020. Every
Right.
vintage.
And
from
the
2020
unexpected one is the one without sulfur.
without, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And there's a Shiraz.
It's not the
in
one that you wake up in the morning and you're pregnant because it's unexpected. No? It's not that one.
Where's the dump button?
Unexpected.
What are you
Because you drink too much.
talking about?
Okay. I'll just have some more water.
Have another glass of wine, Charlie.
Jade's a member of the Liberal Party.
I'm not a member of the Liberal Party.
Oh, national. She's a national.
National.
So how is the political thing going? Are you, looking at going further, Jade?
Oh, my husband's messaging me. One moment, please.
Oh, that old chestnut. Read it out. That's what you tell us. That you always tell me. Someone rings, you got to put them on. Put them on air. Yeah. So anyway, this is making great live podcast. Jade texting.
Dodging bullets.
I'm dodging bullets from my husband, who I was giving plenty of compliments to earlier. He's clearly not watching it. Anywho, I think we're just about done. It's 8:30. That would be a great time to wrap this up.
Yes, I think
Before
it is.
things get too.
So,
Oh,
Is
you don't want to
there-
answer,
there-
answer the
you know
question.
that teeter-totter about the Mount Everest and pool and drinking, and there's a certain limit. And we were, I think.
Oh
we're at
no, I'm a
Everest.
long way. No, I'm a long way from that. Long way. I'm quite conservative now,
I wasn't
especially when
worried
I'm
about
drinking.
you. I was, oh, mate.
Oh yeah, old mate over here is.
No, I'm just warming up. I don't know what he's talking about.
You can tell how far Charlie's gone, but you know, because he's bald, right? He's got this. He's got this patch at the front of his head, and the drunker he is, the redder it goes.
Is it right?
It's not yet, but it's tinging.
I'm not the only one that's noticed this. It's just this.
Who's noticed this apart from Mick? You just told him.
No, I'm sure that I'm not the only one that's noticed this. If anybody else has noticed this, please
right
let
in.
us know.
Whatever.
Yeah, right in. This is surprise, surprise from the 1980s. Right in.
Well, they're not going to call, are they? You call
They
us on
can.
1-800
They can call.
Whale Podcast.
I can put them to air straight away. They can call.
Well, call in.
If you've got my number.
Or mine. Yeah, well, I'll start after wearing makeup
What?
to cover the redness.
Do you not wear? Do you wear? Are you one for wearing man makeup?
Yeah, you can't you tell?
Don't even ask me.
No, I'm not going to ask you. I know the answer to you. But Charles has got quite a good. You've got quite
Yeah,
a
but
good
that's just
complexion
'cause, you know, it's just my
because of your
complexion.
Indian heritage.
Yeah, 'cause yes, because of my Indian heritage, is why I've got a good complexion.
He does. You do have quite a. Right, we need to wrap this up. This is getting messy.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks very much. We'll put the.
Thanks to Andrew Peace Wines.
Yeah, thanks to Andrew. Thanks for George. To George.
Paul
For
Costa for
calling
dropping in.
Paul Costa for playing us a
Thank
couple
you,
of songs. That
Mick.
was great.
Mick for bringing.
Yeah, thanks, Mick.
Thanks.
Thanks for the potato cakes and the chat about the golf club. If you want to get into the Premier League cricket,
Golf.
did I say cricket?
Yeah, the 2020 cricket.
The IPL.
You're going to get into the 2020 golf.
You want to get into the Indian Premier League? The auction's
Yeah.
been done for this year.
Yeah, maybe next year.
You know,
You know,
but
you
just,
train hard enough. You never know.
you just keep battling, little fella. You'll get there.
You know, whatever.
You might get there next year.
Also, draft though. AFL draft. I think
It's probably an opening in the AFL draft in November or December.
So, you know,
All right.
get your boots on.
All right. All right. You've made your points. Fine. You want to play Premier League golf
Oh, I think they soccer.
at the golf club, chase Mick and ask him about it.
Yep.
He's the one that needs to know. If you want to purchase this wine that we've tasted this evening,
We'll
I'll
probably
put-
give you full bottles though. They won't give you the loose wine. Like, I know there's some half bottles left. You probably won't get that. You'll get a full bottle.
idiot.
Anyway,
Whatever, Charlie. Yes, full bottles, direct from the winery, the cellar door itself. We'll put it up on our Facebook page. In fact, it's already up there. You can go and purchase it right now with free delivery or free pickup at the cellar door. Thanks very much, you two.
bye.
Thank you,
Vale
Jade.
Podcast. Local people, local news, local stories. Subscribe at thevalepodcast.com.au.